just sharing with you actually the first project I ever did, making a mini album. I used Stamperia's Alchemy paper collection, bought a pre-made wooden box from the works and used a pre-made Heartfelt Creations album in black. So I'll start you on the walkthrough. The box I painted in black, took the hinges, took the latch off. I purchased these from My Creative Spirit, the legs, the hinges and the latch at the front and the corner pieces, and added those. This I purchased from the internet. I think it was Scrapaholics, I'm not sure. Painted it gold, added some embellishments and a feather, and was really pleased with how the box turned out, because I think if you're putting all your work into an album, it's nice to keep them safe, free from dust. So this album was actually created not as a photo album, more as a journaling album, Book of Shadows type of album. So hence the little pen that was added to it. So here is the album, the outside of my album. I covered it with velvet, using E600, leather on the spine, metal embellishments, as you can see, quite plain, but I think it's quite effective. This is the spine of the album, and I used ribbon, lovely charms, lotus leaf, Star of David. I think there's an angel wing on there, cross, scales, and then the back just echoes the front. Also used some embellishments here, which I think turns out quite nice, really. It echoes the paper alchemy. To tie the album, I used ribbon, and at the end of the ribbon, put some little metal stars. That just opens this way. As you can see, I've lined the inside of the book with velvet also, and again used you would call it a lace really, that I got from my local haberdashery store, but I'm sure you could pick that up from any store really, or maybe the internet. So on the first page, it's just a little left-hand pocket. I did use all the cutouts because I thought they were absolutely amazing. I used 2 paper pads for this, so that the person receiving this, really, there's lots of journaling space, because that's what this album was about, more than really putting photographs in, although there is room for photographs. That's a nice little bookmark. I added some leather and keys. That opens like that. That is just a decorative page. You can tuck things behind there, anything that you'd want to keep. This echoes it here. You can journal. Journaling space here and there. And this image was part of the 12 by 12 paper pad, and I absolutely loved it, and really wanted to keep the image as part of the book. So I got round it by creating a page and actually making the page around the image. So that turns over. Got a little metal sun that holds that down. That lifts up, opens that way and opens that way. And as I said, this book, it is about photographs. Things can be stuck on there, but it's mainly about journaling and the beautiful imagery that is in this collection. This is a little pocket here where you can tuck photographs, put little bits of journaling in it. That flips down. Again, space for a photograph. You've got space there. Or you can just journal. That lifts up, photograph or journaling. Little tuck spot there. You can tuck other things in, photographs or journaling. That just goes down and the little latch holds it closed. So this side I used a magnet and a beautiful metal embellishment with a little fold over. That opens to show the alphabet, phases of the sun and moon. Here's a plain page that you could use for journaling or photographs. Here you can tuck things in. I actually tucked that beautiful card in. It just sits so nicely there. But the owner of this will decide what they want to do with this anyway. That opens to reveal 2 pockets. You can fit a lot more in here. You could fit those into there, and it would still close quite nicely. These are for journaling as well. Beautiful images from the collection, as you can see. Creativity, just love that one. That shuts and then that opens like that. Within this album, I actually did use some coffee dyed paper and some stamping as well. Like I say, it's the first album that I did, so I really wanted to try everything. This actually says, we are the music makers, we are the dreamers of dreams. Just a couple of sheets of coffee dyed paper. You could put more things in there. These fit quite nicely in there. Again, you could take those out, you could tuck photographs. Then this is just a beautiful, fun little paper clip. Again, you've got the zodiac symbol there. I also coffee dyed some envelopes to tuck things in. Could be feathers, could be little bits of ephemera that you want to keep in the album. I've just put a little tag in there. And that says, you are my moon and stars. And I was really pleased the way the papers worked along that spread. So that closes there. Then this opens that way. I really like this because the papers are beautiful. I've put them to match, but you could actually write on here. You can tuck things into here as well. There's no pockets, but you could actually put paper in there, or as I say, just use it as a journaling spot. I made this from one of the cards within the collection, which shows the tarot. I also put a Taurus charm on there and a little precious stone. And that's a nice bookmark, or you could journal on the back of that as well. And this could go anywhere in the album, but I've just put it there simply because it just sits nicely. On the next page, I wanted to do something a little bit different. That should actually be tied, but I can show you that when that comes out. So I did look on the internet. There wasn't any particular tutorial that I followed because a lot of people have actually used this before. But I thought it'd be quite a nice thing to actually put into this book. So for the person that's going to receive this, they can write little wishes or intentions, but it just says all the different things in alchemy. So you've got wish, desire, knowledge, inspiration, wisdom, life, mystery, alchemy, and it just turns over. But it's really nice that you've got this like puzzle page, and you can write things down on there. So that is that page, just for a little bit of interest. In this page, I actually created a pocket that you could sit things in. There's quite a lip on there. Used a feather to add interest, some little gems. And in that pocket, I made this book as well. It says Spells and Fortunes. That's the back of the book, again with the phases of the moon, tables of elements, all about alchemy. This was actually made with handmade paper, so it's got all the little gold bits within it, so that little wishes, intentions, spells or journaling can actually be written in there. And it just ties like that. And sits quite nicely in that little pocket, a book within a book. And then there's 2 bookmarks there, another little envelope to put things in, that again I've put, a journaling card, coffee dyed as well. So they sit behind this little book in here. And again, that's extra space, really. So let's just get the feather out. I just thought that added some nice interest. This was a double page that I actually wanted to try. I've used magnets, and I have used magnets throughout. They kind of mirror each other, but I'll show you this page first. This is a pocket, a long pocket, so that I could use these bookmarks. These can be taken out and used in books. You can journal on them. You can actually put other sheets of paper. This is quite plain for journaling. This opens up, and I also wanted to include, again, some handmade paper, and there's actually a leaf. This is a real leaf within the paper that I just added. Matched quite nicely with the Stamperia Alchemy. Here we've got journaling spots, we've got pockets, little tuck spots that you can put things in. This side we have again another plain page for journaling. You can also tuck things underneath this, so you could tuck sheets of paper. This is a pocket with all sorts of little tags from the collection that I've tucked in. You can add more if you want to. Little envelopes. That opens that way. And again, I've used natural paper, handmade paper, and these are actual natural leaves. That flips up for journaling. And again, you've got quite a deep pocket there and tuck spots here. So that actually mirrors that. That flips down like that, and that opens out like that. So you can see I have used 2 paper pads. You can see that the collections mirror each other. And it was a real pleasure to do this. Actually, I really enjoyed creating this page. So then we turn it over, and I've got a little bookmark there, and I've added a little charm with the Star of David. This is magnetised and flips down. That flips up. We have another journaling card here. This opens that way and opens that way. And there's quite a fair bit of coffee dyed paper in this. Again, I use some stamping. It says, stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive and dreamer. And they sit in there. But obviously, you could take the papers and use them wherever you want to in the book. That shuts that way, that shuts down, and that magnetises up. And that sits there. Coming towards the end of the book now, there's quite a nice little feature. That flips up with a pocket. Again, you've got journaling spots there. That opens out, again with a pocket. Tags in there for photographs or journaling tuck spot. Again, you can journal here. That opens that way. You've got 2 nice journaling cards, the owl and the bee. Again, you could tuck photos in there and take those out if you want to. And what a lovely image there with the bumblebee and the owl and the alphabet. That turns over. We have a nice bookmark, bumblebee and owl again. I'll put that there. That is magnetised and flips down. Again, room for journaling. You can tuck things underneath there. That flips up. Photographs, images, whatever you want to put there. That goes back like that. And that opens like that. Beautiful paper there. And here I've got some more coffee dyed envelopes and paper, a little booklet there that you can actually write in. I used a die cut here just to tuck those underneath. And then as we turn that back, that actually comes off completely and is its own little book So that opens that way, we turn it round and that way, all magnetised that way, and you have the book in the middle, and that sits quite nicely and holds quite well together on that page. Again, covered in velvet, still using the lace, and overall I was really pleased with how this book turned out. I did use a supplementary paper pad. It was, I'm from the UK, so it was £3, called Grunge paper pad from the works, and I just matched the colours, as you can see, throughout. It just gives the plain feature to show off the Stamperia's paper. So that is my Stamperia's Alchemy mini album, Book of Shadows journaling book. I was really pleased with how it turned out, with a little box to keep it in, and I hope you like it. If you do, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will be seeing you soon.